right, Frayser boy. So I wanted to go back a little bit, man. We talked a little bit about that whole moment that you had with the Oscars, writing that hit song, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, winning a major, major award with an Oscar, man, an Academy Award, man. A milestone very few hip-hop artists have ever done. I think it's like 3 in history, right?
It's 1. Eminem.
It's you, Eminem, and then I thought
the only other person that won from where I'm from is Isaac Hayes.
Common and
oh yeah. I forgot about it. Common and John Legend. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. That's 3. That's the 3.
Yeah.
But during that process, you actually, is it true that you had to work on the movie too and help Terrence Howard out with his?
Yeah, I had to kind of coach him to rap like I was rapping it. You know what I'm saying? To put this song in song mode. So I had to go over with him just to how to say the lyrics, so he can record it himself. You know what I'm saying? He had to record it himself. He like I recorded the song first in my voice. So I had to just coach him he had to listen to it over and over so he could deliver it the way I was delivering it. So that's where I came in at.
Now, Terrence Howard,
right,
from Ohio, right? He's got to put on a Memphis accent and spit it like he's DJ, right? You got to spit it like he's DJ.
Right.
Now, how in the world, and you hear his speaking voice, his natural speaking voice is very proper. So was it some work to get him to actually spit those rhymes?
Just say a lot of main at the end of a lot of sentences. That's how you get your Memphis across. Just say main after everything.
Now, how was it working with Terrence Howard, though?
Oh, man, it was good, man. He was a good person to work with. And Taraji P. Henson, too, also my sister. She was good to work with, too. So it was just, coaching them how to have that Memphis slang. Like I say, man.
So do you get credited for that as well as being like one of the creative people on the film? Like
No, I didn't get credited for that. I really wasn't tripping on getting credited for that. I just wanted to credit for the song.
Because DJ Paul, he was actually had a small role in the movie, right?
Yeah. He had a small role in the movie.
And I remember John Singleton or somebody was talking about how, they bring in these people sort of like yourself, like you did, to kind of cultural coaches, like, so they can get the slang down and stuff like that.
Right.
I thought that was like is that like an actual role? Or it was just something you was doing on the fly?
Exactly. Correct.
All right. Nah, that's the question's answered, man. That's amazing though, man, that you had an opportunity to work on a film like that.
Yeah, man. Like I say, that was my first time doing it, man. Like I say, it was a crazy moment. I wouldn't take it back for the world.
Now, I wanted to ask you about one of my favorite groups, man, UGK. You had a song featuring UGK called Chewin'.
Yeah.
Now, did you have an opportunity to work with them directly to make that song?
Oh, no, they had already recorded the song, and today I'm great friends with Bun B. Like, I can pick up the phone and just anytime. And I was cool with Pimp C too, rest in peace, Pimp C. So they good friends, but that song, Paul and Juicy had already created the song. I just put my verse on it. It was just an open song. And I was working on my album at the time, and that's how that happened.
Okay, now your second album was packed full of features left and right, man, and a lot of major names. But you can tell that there was definitely, between your first and second album, there was a lot of emphasis from, say, like Southern Houston, like Houston artists. Like, had you already been working the Houston market prior to that?
They really love my music in Houston, so I do have a Houston, the way I rap, the way I come across on the record, I can see why they would like me. But when I got the song with Mike Jones and Paul Wall, like I said, I'm gonna say this again, we was all on the same label at the time, so it was easy to clear a verse from Mike Jones and Paul Wall because we was on the same label, Warner Brothers Asylum, so that's how that happened.
But many times on like the message boards and things like that, they've always said that you had kind of a Houston style almost.
Yeah. I get a lot of love in Texas, man. I always have, man. That's why I'm always mobbing through. Memphis and Texas, their music, we kind of rock the same. We kind of operate the same. So, that's what it is. Repetitive hooks, slow flow sometime, and that's a Texas thing and a Memphis thing. You know what I'm saying? So we like family.
Yeah, it seems to pair up well.
Right,
It
right.
matches real well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now, were there any projects that you were able to work on with some West Coast artists?
With West Coast artists,
Yeah.
well, like I say, on this, me and T-Rock, this new album, we got Snoop on there. I'm gonna say this: I got these Beta 1, 2, and 3 out. They're all on streaming platforms right now. But the first Beta, I got something with Corrupt on there. I rock with West Coast, period. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to doing more with West Coast artists. I got a lot of stuff coming up too, a lot of surprises. So be on the lookout for that.
And right now they got a lot of a lot of energy because of the whole Kendrick Lamar, Drake beef and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now,
Kendrick Lamar doing his thing.
As that thing played out, it seemed like Kendrick Lamar took a lot of the momentum at the end.
I'm gonna say this on Euphoria. You know Euphoria?
Yep.
Euphoria. What's the name of that song?
Euphoria, you're correct.
It's a sample. I got a sample on his album on that song from Dawn on That Bay. He used a sample of
I
Dawn
saw
on
that.
Bay.
I saw that floating around. I saw that, and I was gonna.
Yeah. So I can tell he been watching.
Yeah. So did they have to reach out, or did they have to clear that? Or?
They had to clear it. They didn't have to clear it through me because I didn't own the song that he sampled. But they had to clear it through Paul and Juice. But it was a song of mine called Wish a Mother Would. I'm Gone on That Bay.
Yeah, and a lot of the people, a lot of your fans have put that out there, and people, they've got a real good ear listening for things like that.
Oh yeah, I heard it. It was nice. I ain't complaining. It sounded good. He did his thing.
Now, when it comes to the albums that you drop while you are signed to Hypnotize, do you own any percentage of those, or do those?
I mean, percentage, but I don't own those records because they own everything on, you know what I'm saying, through Paul and Juice. So no, I don't.
Now but
hold on, let me say this. Moving forward, I can get my masters back, so I will soon.
Okay, and that's the master chess move right there, because there's a lot of things going on as far as sampling and different lawsuits would say, like with Paul and Juicy J. They had the Suicide Boys situation.
I had some trouble with them too. Yep.
They've got other situations out there. Now, what did you think about when you heard the Suicide Boys and you heard they was like very heavy on y'all sound?
Oh man, they sampled me on maybe 6, 7 songs. I had some couple of little lawsuits with them too, because they sampled a lot of my voice on a lot of their records. So I mean, they cool that they took care of it, but I'm very familiar with Suicide Boys sampling Memphis artists.
Yeah, and they've got their own.
Yeah, they got their own staff. Yeah, but they use a lot of Memphis stuff in their music. So yeah, they had to take care of the people that use it.
Now I'm glad you cleared that up, because that was my next question. I was going to ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I talked to them a couple times. Yeah, I got on them. They good people though. They wasn't no problem.
So you guys still have you got a good relationship with them?
Yeah, I got a group. Yeah, they good people. They ain't no problem. All I gotta do is make a call, and if it's what it is, they take care of it. Ain't no problem.
Nice. It seems like, man, for the most part, you got good business etiquette, good people behind you, man.
Yeah, I try to.
Hey, and what's crazy is you've had all these different opportunities, probably because of that reason. You knew you was doing that early. You know what I mean?
Right. Correct.
Now, I wanted to go into a darker topic, man, and it deals with a lot of the things that have been happening to some of the members of 3-6 Mafia. And one of the biggest is Gangsta Boo, man. Now, Gangsta Boo passed away on January 1st, 2023, at the age of 43 years old, and it was allegedly due to a drug overdose of fentanyl.
Right.
Now, fentanyl and drug overdosing and that going on is a hot topic right now in the country. When you heard about this situation, you have a personal relationship with Gangsta Boo, or a work relationship, I should say.
I have a personal relationship.
How did you feel about the situation, man?
Oh man, of course it broke my heart, bro. Yeah, it really broke my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because That's something you didn't expect was going to happen. And then, like I say, you wake up hollering New Year's, and that's the first information you get from your new year. So yeah, of course, man, it broke my heart. I wish it never happened, man. Of course, but
that was a tough one for the whole hip hop community.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo, man. Lola Mitchell, real queen.
Now, she stepped in the rap game early with you guys, and she was actually on the label before you were. What were your interactions like working with Gangsta Boo, man? Because I saw her interviews and things up until the time, even when she was on stage at the Versus, she was kind of going back and forth with Busy Bone.
Right.
Like, what were your interactions with her outside of, say, music or what we've seen?
I mean, we was good friends. We were like family. It wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, like we get together, talk about family, talk about what happened since we haven't saw each other. I mean, just like friends and family would. It wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. It was just like I say, you kicking it with your family. She was family.
Okay, so when your label situation dissolved, those friendships didn't dissolve. You still
no. We're still cool. No, we still was cool after that. It wasn't nothing changed.
That's what's up. No, that's good, because sometimes people separate from the label.
I mean, you don't talk every day like you usually do when you together, but we still kept in touch, and when we see each other, it was just like old time.
Nice. Nah, that's crazy. And rest in peace to Gangsta Boo.
Rest in peace.
Now, I was gonna, and before I ask about this next artist, I was gonna ask, just from the outside looking in, or maybe even from the inside looking out, do you feel that Memphis has an issue with drugs right now?
I think the world have an issue with drugs, not just Memphis.
Good point. No, very good point. Yeah. But it seems like a lot of artists pass away due to drug use, you know what I mean? Or something connected to drug use.
Man, of course, it's a bad thing and people make their own choices, but I don't think it's just a Memphis problem. I think it's just a human problem.
Nah, well said. Because you even have an artist that was really young by the name of Big Scar.
Yeah, Residue Star.
Signed with Gucci Mane. I mean, things should really be going for him, and he ended up passing away under similar circumstances.
I mean, the way the drugs ain't like they used to be in back then. They playing with them a lot these days, so it really ain't safe to do anything. So it's a different timing when you're doing drugs today. Drugs back then was pure. You ain't have to worry about stuff like that. But these days they playing with it, so it really ain't good to dip off into anything.
Yeah, it seems like a scary thing to do. Like, you know,
it really
so like,
is. Especially when you don't know who you're getting it from.
And that would be even scarier, I'm sure.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Exactly.
Now, for younger artists coming up, man, is there anything you would say like to dissuade them from doing that?
Well, just say drugs ain't the answer to everything, because once your high go down, your problem's still going to be there. So that's not helping if you're trying to cover up from a problem or pain. Soon you go down, the pain and the problem is still going to be there, so that's not going to help. So just be safe, and everything ain't like what it seems.
That's what. Now, also on 3-6 Mafia, you had Lord Infamous passed away due to a drug-induced heart attack. Right. And you had Koopsta passed away. I always pronounce his name kind of funny, man.
Yeah, he died from a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, and which is crazy on its own, man. Like, that's something that could happen to anybody, and it's unpredictable. It's just one of those things that's out there that people just never see coming, right?
Correct.
For a while there, people were like, man, is this label cursed, you know? Or is there something hanging over this label's head because of all this death surrounding it? But obviously these are human interactions and people doing what they do, and in the situation with Koopsta, that's unpredictable, you know?
I think it's just people's own personal choices. I'm not going to say that the group was cursed. I'm probably not going to go that deep into it. It's just everybody their own personal decisions. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have nothing to do with the group, because everybody that died did it themselves. It was their own decision. So I'm going to say it like that.
Nah, understood. Now, what do you think about, now you've gone out and talked about how Project Pat was one of the people that you basically, you know, kind of who kind of mentored you into the game, and you kind of modeled some of your rap style and things after.
Right.
What do you think about his newfound religion?
I think it's great. I've been around Pat for the times I've been around him, even before he said it. I always knew he was a minister just by the way he speaks and the way you gonna believe what he say, and you gonna know he been through what he talking about. It ain't nothing he making up by the way he deliver it. You know what I'm saying? So you already know he was a pastor before he was a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It came out of left field, to be honest. You know, for people who
It didn't for me because, like I say, I know him, and his dad is a pastor too. So it runs in the family.
Yeah, and that's how they got their start. Like DJ Paul used to, or Juicy J, one of them used to play the organ, right, at the church, or he used
I don't really know that, but all I know is
I feel I've heard them tell that story before.
Yeah, I just know his family a pastor, and he's a they both God-fearing men. So, I mean, like I say, it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me at all. Just him being crossing over into that lane, because I always thought he was a pastor anyway, in other ways.